Hello everyone, I'm new to YouTube, but I'm doing some readings today. I've been tuning in and using these cards since I was a teenager. These cards are a particular card type of deck which I love called the Mythic Tarot. They're based on Greek myths, and some of those stories may come out if they're relevant, otherwise it might just be the meanings. Oh, Five of Pentacles already come out. So this reading is actually for Cancer. I'm going to do some weekly readings. It's for Sun, Moon and Rising, and they're general readings. So I think if it just resonates with you, you'll understand what it is that resonates. If it doesn't resonate, I always say just leave it. You don't have to take anything on that doesn't feel right for you. We just had a card come out called the Five of Pentacles, and normally I just shuffle. Some cards will come out, other cards I split the deck and pull them out myself. I don't think it makes any difference whether a card comes out or not. But I usually like to start the reading with two cards about the situation, and we've got these two cards, the Five of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. So in this Ace of Wands, we've actually got Zeus, who's holding the world in his hand. He's got the golden fleece, which is this mythical fleece that can heal anything, and he's got a wand, and he's looking purposefully into the world. It's like he's got it all, he's contained, he's looking out, he's got this amazing idea, he's got a vision of what he wants. He's got this vision. So this is what is happening for you this week, Cancerians. Hard to say, Cancerians. Cancer. It's like you've got a vision of what you want your life to be. You've kind of been struck by inspiration and you think, I don't see why I can't do that. There's nothing that is stopping me. But it's an initial idea. It hasn't proved, it's not fruition, it hasn't gone anywhere. It's just purely in, I've got this amazing idea, I reckon I can do this stage. And you can, because look, you're Zeus. You're the master. You've got everything that you need to go forward into this journey. Then you're supported. The first card that actually came out was the Five of Pentacles, which could mean that financially you may not have the backing for this idea. Okay? That the resources available are not there for you right at this moment in time. So there's this sense of, I've got this great idea, I don't know how to make it, I don't have the right things to make it at this moment in time. I need more support, I need more resources, I need money. And they're two very, very different looking figures. One's very confident, and so this is what I'm getting, is the two aspects of yourself. So this Five of Pentacles, he's almost like ashamed. He's fleeing a situation in shame. He's not feeling good about himself. There's something that's not making you feel good. You're kind of wanting to leave something, whether it's a relationship, a job, family situation, anything, whatever it is, you've either just left or you're wanting to leave, and you feel there's a little sense of shame about it, or you don't have some nice feelings about the fact that you've left. You feel, I just keep getting ashamed, shame, guilty. You kind of, maybe you left without telling anyone, maybe you've left without saying that much, maybe you've left under secrecy, maybe you left without saying anything. However it is, you've left, and now you've got this amazing new idea. You're like, okay, that's over. There's some lingering negative feelings about that situation you've just left, and now, but you've got this amazing new opportunity to move forward, this amazing new idea, this amazing new vision of how you want your life to be. But there's just these lingering feelings related to this card. And this card's, like I said, it's all about action. So when I say all about action, it's about the fact that you've got action in your head, but you're not taking it. So it's all about an idea that you think would be amazing, that you want to put into action, but you haven't yet. So let's ask a little bit more. It's really breezy here today in sunny Australia. Summer, so it's nice and hot. It's nice having the cool breeze. So let's ask Cancerians. Oh, did that one want to come out? Kind of. That might just be. Oh, that one didn't want to come out. Okay. Oh, got a whole pile of them. Okay, great. Fantastic. Okay, let's see what we've got here. I'm going to have to put some crystals down. So the first two cards that came out were the Moon and the Four of Swords. The Four of Swords is the one that kind of half wanted to come out, so I think it's a supporting card for the Moon. The Moon's a major arcana, so it's going to be the more dominant card anyway. So there's, like I said, there's this feeling of confusion. Like the Moon is feelings that are held deep down, subconscious feelings. So even though you had to leave this situation, you feel there's this feeling of ambivalence and, like I said, shame. There's confusion. There's this, it's triggering some very deep, maybe unconscious thoughts and emotions. So it's not, you're not feeling too good about it, even though you've got this great idea. And you've got the Four of Swords, which basically was you were at a crossroads. See, he's sitting in front of swords. It's barren, the landscape. It's a case of I'm not satisfied where I am. So exactly the same thing. You've left something. You weren't feeling satisfied. It wasn't the right place for you, but you feel bad about leaving. So this is what I'm getting, is that you were meant to leave, okay? And that these feelings about leaving are just old energies. They're old past lives, the past hurts. It's subconscious rumblings underneath. But the truth is that you needed to leave. You were not happy in that situation. And yes, it has consequences. You might have hurt somebody else, or you might be the one being hurt. But you still had to do it. That's what was needed in the situation. Ooh. So we've got Death and the Ten of Cups. Okay, so basically, the reason why this can be feeling a little bit unsettling under the surface is because the Death card, and you've got the Moon card. So there's a massive change happening. Obviously, you've left some situation and you're moving into a new situation. You may not necessarily be in that new situation yet. It's more you're at the tail end of leaving. You're kind of in that netherland where you've kind of gone, I've got a vision for the future. I want happiness. I want it all. I want a loving partner. I want a job that's fulfilling. I want something that's going to fulfill me for my life. I don't want to be feeling bored and dissatisfied, okay? And so that's what you're leaving. You're leaving this sense of dissatisfaction towards this kind of unknown future of, what do I want from life? I want happiness. And it just feels a bit funny. It just feels a bit off at the moment because you haven't quite landed in your new space. You haven't quite got to this new vision. You've got the vision, you've got the idea, if that's what you want. It hasn't manifested yet. Okay, it's there dangling in the future. And what you need to know is you've taken the step towards that. Okay, you were meant to be doing this, no matter how hard this has been and what consequences. This is what you're meant to be doing. So let's go move on. I think I'll tackle 3 of these up, even though I feel like the Justice card is different. Okay, Justice. This is the final. Athena, the goddess of justice and truth, is spoken. She will speak last. She's the last card in this set. But, for the meantime, we're going to look at the 4 of Wands and the 6 of Wands. So basically, the 4 of Wands is exactly what I was saying. Where you're at, you haven't left. He's planning a trip. He's planning the next stage. There's been an initial move, initial completion. So you've made a move. You might have moved out. You might have left. You might have done that leaving stage, and now you're in the okay, where to next? But you've got the idea, you've got the vision, but you're planning, but you haven't got there yet, and you're looking for resources. See, these people around you are there. You're going, who can help me? Who can get me where I want to be? But there's this real sense of, looking for resources. And we had that with the 5 of Pentacles as well at the beginning, that there's a bit of doubt, like, can you get the resources to get this off the ground, to get where you want to be, to go where you want to go? And then we've got the 6 of Wands. And this is where you want to go. This is where you want to be. This is Jason of the Argonauts. And he's gone on a huge quest and he's found the golden fleece, and he's now being accoladed. He's got accolades. Everyone's cheering him and going, what an amazing person. What a hero. And so what you want is, this is more that you want recognition. You want someone to see that what you're doing, you want recognition for your talents and skills in life, but you also want someone to understand that the decision you've made this week about leaving a situation is the right one. And the reason you're leaving that is because you want some sort of success and happiness and recognition. You want what you've got to offer the world to be seen. And you want people to see who you are. Just seeing if I'm getting anything else for this card. Because Athena's doesn't feel like she's ready to talk just yet. What more are we getting? What about this 6 of Wands? So the only other thing I'm getting about this is that it comes up with there's a doubt. It's like saying, feel the doubts. I'm getting the word doubt. So that this character, even though they've been recognised and seen in the world, they still have doubts. They still doubt themselves. They still haven't fully... There was doubt along the way that they'd reach that destination, and once they've reached it, there's still a doubt of, am I worthy enough? Am I good enough? So this is going to be an interesting journey for you, Cancerians. And let's see what Athena has to say, because I feel like she's just popped up at the end here and said, right, I'm going to say my last little words. So she is the goddess of truth and wisdom and battle strategy. So she's basically here to say, what are you trying to say, Athena? She's here to say that you need to understand exactly what situation that you're in. She's saying you need to understand yourself, your mind, and the light and dark essences of your personality. She has said you have to understand what constrains you and what frees you. She says you have to understand what pillars of strength you have and what people around you support you. And so she's asking basically for you to see a bigger picture, to actually broaden your view of yourself and the situation that you're in. Because it's not black and white like the tiles, but the black and white is balanced. So she's basically saying, yes, it's great to have this dream, but look at the bigger picture and take a really good look at who you are and how you're going to be and all those things that I just mentioned. She's basically saying to achieve that success that you want, you need to go through this rational assessment of the situation and yourself in an honest way, a very honest and sometimes confronting way. And so this is what Athena is saying to you. And normally I pick a last card, but I feel like she is the last card. So I'm going to end on Athena. And I think basically what she's saying is it's a growth mentality. This journey that you're on, this position that you're in now, you've got an opportunity to be able to, she's the goddess of battle strategy. So you've got an opportunity to not just have, she's basically saying don't live in a fantasy about, don't live in fantasy world. Look at reality as well. Look at the concrete around you, build it up and be rational about it. Don't just chase a dream. Make the dream a reality by looking at it this way. So she's just calling for a slightly different perspective of how you might be looking at the situation. And that can be challenging, but it's rewarding. She's giving us this information because it will lead you to the success that you want. Okay, Cancerians, I really hope you have a great week and you've enjoyed that. If it's resonated with you, please subscribe to my channel or send me a like. And I hope to see you next week. Bye.